Good day, everyone. I just wanted to pop on here real quick and show you a couple of my latest finds. I got $100 worth of bank-rolled quarters from my local PNC a couple days ago, and there's nothing too crazy in here. These are just the ones that I wanted to take a closer look at. So I've got, you'll see mixed in a lot of 1965 quarters that I'm going to weigh. But you might be able to spot the one, find the one that doesn't belong. And it's this one here. This was actually in the roll from the bank. My kids thought that was funny because we were talking about, well, how does the bank know what's inside? Like, what if it's short? What if there's other coins that aren't supposed to be there? And so I guess stuff does slip through the cracks, but this is a 1996 Cayman Islands 25-cent piece. Cute. Pretty good condition. I'm not very versed on international coins. I'm actually very new to coin collecting, period. So I'm really hooked though. So I hope to come on and make some more videos to just share my journey with you all, and hopefully we can learn together and maybe do some like roll opening like live or whatever. I've seen people do that. That looks really fun. I watch those when I don't have any to open. But anyway, it's funny because when I picked this up, I could instantly tell it felt like, well, we're gonna see here. It felt lighter than our quarters, so I was gonna weigh it. This is just my kitchen scale. Excuse the dust. I don't know how accurate this is. It's coming up at 5 grams, so let's weigh a Harper's Ferry quarter. Yeah, 6 grams. So that's what I thought. It's just kind of funny. It's like, I wonder what material this is made of. But I could definitely feel it was lighter, but that's fun. I'll stick that in my book. I've been coin hunting for just a couple months now, and I've looked through quite a few coins. I've yet to find any major errors, so it's just kind of interesting because even though there's a lot out there, for an average person looking through coins, I'm not really finding much, but I'm not deterred because it's fun. The hunt is fun. And my question for anybody watching, I think this might be a Black Beauty. Like I said, I'm new, so it's like I don't have any specialized equipment. I do have some magnifying glasses, so it's like I'm trying to determine, okay, is this dirt, is this glue, is this, is it that, is it rust versus paint? But I've come across several that look like this, and I just well, I didn't toss them, I just took them back to the bank. Then I was like, oh, I read about Black Beauties, and I think this might be one. Just checking. I need to check some of these for, like, the Man Killer has an error along the hairline. I might have already checked that one. And there's a couple other, I need to check the leaf situation. I don't see anything right off the bat on that one. It's really dirty, so I don't know. See, that looks, I don't know if that's considered, like when you hold up that one, they're way different, but it's got some kind of like graying on it. That might be like lamination error, like the Black Beauty. I think that's what it's called. Correct me if I'm wrong. But anyway, looking through coins is super fun. I started doing it, well, it's a long story. Maybe I'll get into that later because I don't have a lot of time, but it started with my dad and I talking about how when he was little, his parents would go and get like pennies from the bank to search for, I don't know which one it was. It was like a 1940 something penny that was, it's worth like a lot of money, like $1 million or something. And they would like search for that. And we just started talking about coins, and it got me interested again. I think I was into it a little bit when I was little, but not a whole lot. Anyway, some of these are just like common coins, but they're like very good condition for the year, and I was gonna put them in my books. I have like some of the collector books. So like that's a 2016, and it looks, I mean, almost, there's like some weird something on the bottom there. Maybe I'll like run a cloth over it, but I mean, it almost looks uncirculated. So I'm just keeping like the nice, I mean, that's a 96. Crazy good condition. I mean, look, it's got all the feathers on the chest. It's just like I said, when you search through coins, you start to realize like even just something like finding a 96 that looks like that is kind of exciting. Anyway, I hope to gain some, I gotta look at this. I've heard that the Lowell coins or something about these to look for. That's the one thing about coin collecting, or I think it's called numismatics, but like there is, so I have to print these sheets out because I can't remember every time I sit down to like look through coins what I'm even looking for, because there's so many key dates, varieties, like you'll see missing details, errors, and these are for the half dollars. This paper is, I was using it to search through some half dollars, and I'm just using it here for a background, but there's a lot of memorization, and not so much a learning curve, but just you kind of have to just pick a place to start and just like roll with it and learn as you go. That's kind of how I've done it. So anyway, I hope to do a lot more. I like to check that one's got a big blob of something disgusting on it, right where I need to look, sort of, for the air. I think it's called a dye chip error, and it makes the building look like it's kind of been blown up because it's like right on the top, but I don't see it on that one. But yeah, I do this in place of scrolling on my phone sometimes, because I've actually learned a lot about just different people that are on the coins and our own history in America. I did not pay attention to coins for the longest time, so when this like series came out for like the women, and I started paying attention to coins, I was like, oh my god, like what's that? And then of course I discovered that we had a lot of them, because I don't really use cash. I've used cards, like, and I just don't look at my coins. But now I look at them all the time, and my kids they like to look with me as well. There's a Denali. That's like, there's nothing special about this other than I've looked through like millions of quarters, and like I don't think I've seen a Denali yet. So it's interesting, the ones that like you don't see a lot of maybe in your region, like this Hawaii, what does that say? Hawaii volcanoes. 2012, like that was the first one I've seen of that. Like I said, I've only been searching a couple months, but I've looked through a lot of quarters and I was like, wow, that's super cool. Okay, that's all for now. Thanks for joining me, and have a great day.